to Scoutadelic. Either you've just seen me, like our patrons, or you are seeing me, well, you saw me yesterday. So today, coming up, we have got this.
I'm allowed to take 30 seconds if the other person doesn't go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And a bit of this.
Make sure you've got loads of backup team building games.
And right now, you can see Night in the Life of from an Australian scout on her scouting training.
I'm a branch commissioner here in the ACT in Australia. Until recently I was a Scout section leader, and whilst I'm not a member of the trainings team as such, I have been helping out at basic leader training for a number of years. And today we're running a Scouting Skills Day. This is part of the basic wood badge training, and it's just a day long, and it's for leaders from all sections. I've been put down to run the pioneering and knotting and lashings section this afternoon, and this is part of what I'm preparing. This is the program for today. I'm on after lunch, and my outcomes as such would be that the participants can sign off most of attachment 3.06, which can be found in the Wood Badge Basic Training workbook. So I don't know if you can see that. There is some obligatory knots that they all need to be able to know, because they tie in with the advanced system with the Scouts, and they're also quite useful knots. And then there are a number of knots and lashings that they can choose to have signed off. I quite like knots, so I'm quite happy if they learn more than that. If you're a Sea Scouts, of course, you would learn them. If you do absiding or climbing, you would learn more knots as well. And I'm quite a proponent of teaching knots in a context, not just as a thing in a rope, but where they're actually used and why and how, and which ones not to use in certain situations. This is the main classroom we use. As you can see, the first 8 kids are there because at the moment they're doing a session on emergencies. This is the materials I use. So we've got some broom handles, and then also some smaller poles. I got them into 2 patrols and sorted out who can actually had some scouting background and tie knots. So they taught each other and helped out a little bit for those 7 main knots that they need to know. And once they sort of had a handle on that, they, in their 2 patrols, built the freestanding flagpole, which is like that, mainly with the small poles. Now, I was bucketing down outside, so we just did it inside. I usually prefer to go outside just to get some fresh air and change of venue. We're at our Scout campsite, so there's plenty of space around. Apart from getting them to tie the knots and actually build something, and the freestanding flagpole is actually quite good because it uses up all those knots that they need for their obligatory knots.
So we all have those nights where you're running in from work and have no idea what you're meant to be doing on that Tuesday evening, and we could all do with a little bit of extra help. So
so here are the top tips for planning a random night.
My top tip for planning a random night is to make sure you've got loads of backup team building games so you can turn it into a Crystal Maze night.
When I had to rearrange a session last minute due to a weather warning for my co-pack, I turned to the new program planning tool that's available on the Beta Scout website. It's got a wealth of quality assured ideas, both games and activities, and they've also included information to think about adjustments and also safety. It's a great resource.
So top tips when you're rained off. We got pizzas, we got the disco going with a big Bluetooth speaker, we got board games out, and the kids loved it. I ended up doing about 10,000 extra steps that night, but the kids knew the Macarena.
what we're doing?
It's the part of the show where I didn't lose last time. Scout tennis.
I'm dreading this so
I'm
much.
loving this, hopefully, fingers crossed. We have to pick a category. We go backwards and forwards till either one of us repeats. We spend longer than 5 seconds, but the other person has to count. And if they don't count, it doesn't matter. I don't care what people comment. I'm allowed to take 30 seconds if the other person doesn't go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And my counting can be as fast or as slow as I want it to be to win.
So like 1-5, yeah?
No, but yours has got to really go slowly. It's got to be in time with. If it isn't, it's
Well, there's a
unbeatable.
bit of cheating here, but
And it has to stay in the topic. It can't go off on a tangent. So if the topic was pie, mine would be apple. Yours would be
blueberry.
Oh, very nice. So here we go. Now then, I won last time. Just saying, I need to win every other one, otherwise my co-hosts have won for the year. So, yeah. A lot of pressure on your shoulders.
Feeling it.
And there's new categories in here.
Exciting.
Oh no, they're not. So you have to go first, but let's have a look. What is the category first of all? I hope it's a nice one.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is it?
Cub Scout badges.
Cub Scout badges! I used to be a Cub Scout leader.
I've never been a Cub Scout leader.
Yes! But you have to go first. Also, there are some badges that cross over the sections, so you could...
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm helping you with this, but
Thank
yeah.
goodness for staged badges.
Yep. And thank goodness you don't know Cub badges, so I could reel out as many different ones as possible. But I'll probably edit it anyway. Maybe, I don't know.
Great.
Okay, you go first.
Knights Away 1.
Oh, are you doing that, are you? The artist badge.
Athletics. There is an athletics badge because one of my young leaders did it with their cubs and I gave it to her. Do you remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then there is the astronomy badge.
Hikes Away.
Nice. Oh, you did Nights Away, and I was about to say that. The time on the water.
Paddle sports.
Team leader.
Patrol leader. Oh! No, you don't have patrol leader!
It's
a 6-0. No.
Right, okay.
Damn it.
Okay, here we go. This is the second. It's best out of 3, so this could balance the scales. Things a parent will pack, but a scout will never use on a camp. The things that a parent will pack that a scout will never use. It does say cub, but I'm going scout in general, so it could be beaver up to explorer age. I'm guessing explorers, you should be packing your own stuff.
Should.
If you're not,
there's a problem.
yeah. But then again, my mum still says on my badges. Just saying. Right, I'm gonna. Right, okay. So I'm starting. Right, okay. Spare batteries. We tell them to bring them. They never use them. And usually parents do pack them, but they never, yeah.
Oh, the 30 pairs of pants they never need.
That is very true, yes. I had someone that actually didn't use their torch before, and then it was like, I don't have a torch. Yeah, you do. It's right at the bottom of your bag.
Socks. No, extra socks. Like, you know, there's normally the 5 you might use in your summer camp or whatever, and then there's like 50.
Yes, okay, I'll give you that one then. Waterproofs. Always pack them at the top. You saw last episode, you should know. 4, 3,
I can't think of
2,
anything.
1.
Oh! I knew I was going to be bad at this. I did have one that I was going to say, but wasn't sure. It was
Now,
obscure.
those people who pick on me for knowing the categories but not actually getting it right, your mind goes blank. I'm telling you.
It happens.
Try it. Try
It's
it.
gone.
But I won! Ha ha! Can you see if I win next month? I can't wait.
Sorry guys, I feel like I've let you down.
You have. Find out next month. So that's the end of our show!
Thanks for having us. I have no idea what to say.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching.
These people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a few of your shows, you know, get some research in. Yeah, you didn't watch to the end, did you?
Thanks so much for watching our show.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and be one of these amazing people down here. You can be a patron by clicking the link.
And if you participate, you can also get yourself some of these badges too.
Ooh, but above all, be a little Scoutadelic.